のねえ、今日はロドスに何をもたらすつもり？これまで通りかしら。
Hey, we're live. What's up, guys? James here, back again with some Arknights today. Finally, we're gonna be starting episode 16. I kinda forget that Knights calls it episodes. I'm too used to calling things chapters. But anyways, it's the event that comes with chapters, episodes, releases. I noticed that they've been doing this for the past couple of episodes, which is nice. It promotes starting the episode. That's good. This is following up from the last episode. We lost Kelsey and the ship, and there was the girl that Priestess raised. Essentially, she resurrected. She's going around making people immune to uropathy, I think. Immune to the negative conditions, I think. That's what's happening. Anyways, let's continue on with the story. We'll see where we go from here. Let the truth forsake all other truths. There is no more need for men to war with men. Look, evening comes. Look, it is near. What use are words, poets, lovers, generals? Wind lies low, the fields are soaked with dew. Stars will freeze the sky in silence soon. We will sleep beneath this earth at last, we who could never let each other rest. Okay. Supposed to mean, but... Full salvation, fill the emptiness and confusion with words. So we're gonna be in for quite a bit of reading. Or a bit. State Council Versus, Autumn 1099. Somebody please tell me how much longer His Imperial Majesty will allow this charade to continue. A day? A month? Perhaps a whole year? Quite frankly, I had enough already. Victorians have gained the power to control catastrophes. And even those devil savages have built battleships that fly in the sky. And yet, we are supposed to waste our time discussing how to deal with this jester. Sir, if I may, it's the kindness bestowed upon us by His Imperial Majesty. After all, many citizens continue to believe the madman still possesses some form of noble virtue. That is why His Imperial Majesty was willing to allow the judgment to be publicized. The limit was 7 days, and as of moments earlier, it's been 6 days and 21 hours. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Supposed to sit here and endure these obscenities, being the madman will come to his senses at the toll of the bell on the final day? Sorry, sir. I'm afraid so. The good news is once the bell tolls, the State Council will begin voting here and now. And when the time comes, you will never have to endure this ever again. I know that, of course. But now get out. The clown's death may be a foregone conclusion, until he is on the ground or burned to ash. He will still be Ursus' last Eurodutzel. I'm pronouncing that right. So, like, option? My eyes deceive me. Looked like an Imperial Guard uniform. Is he back already? Breaked in the last 5 minutes. He didn't even have a sip of water during his speech. The final speech. As I focused on an out of place, ragged man came to the center of the council hall in big strides. He was standing tall, yet his lips seemed relaxed. There was no need to worry for the future or signs of pain that come with the struggle for survival on his face. Only 5 minutes ago, he made a speech here about love, compassion, and how he forgives all those who decided his death. His 6-day-long speech has fatigued his audience, yet he appears completely unaffected. He raises his hand, and all around him immediately fall silent. Begins to speak with a smile. Dear friends, or perhaps those who regard me as an enemy, surely you must know that this is the end. Such, I shall not be discussing the meaning of love, or proclaiming my forgiveness to you for all the mistakes you have made, and all that you have put me through. What I shall now discuss is the future. The future of a blind, illiterate man. Preposterous. We must keep in mind that recounting history is a most noble power, and such power can easily blind us. For 2 decades, His Imperial Majesty has shared his glory with his subjects, yet they have never made the necessary preparations to accept his blessings. I never once doubted the Tsar's kindness, but a kindness that is out of time may as well be poison. Doubt the rebellious armies and the northern tundra infected have proven my point. The despicable villains raised their rebellious heads and spilled their vile blood on these holy lands. The arrogant scholars proclaim that they have mastered the truth, yet their harmful words feed on the souls of the innocent like wicked worms. This ignorant arrogance propagated like wildfire. For this, the masses have forgotten what it means to be humble. The Empire has forgotten what it means to be kind. The Grand Empire and her citizens find themselves alienated from one another. I can see the past and the future, not because I am wise, I'm only a fool. Rather, the trajectory of the future is already written in the trails of the past. I did not regret revealing to the masses the future that I saw, even if I must stand trial for this. No choice but to spread this prophecy. Saw the end of Ursus. Saw the fall of a great empire. So we're in Ursus. Makes sense, yeah. That is why I am standing here today. I ask His Imperial Majesty the Tsar to prevent all this. If my worthless life is the price to accomplish this, then please, by all means. If even more blood needs to be spilled to cleanse Ursus of its filth, then I beg His Imperial Majesty to spill it. For an even greater cause. For Ursus' eternal glory. Once this trial is over, I'm out of the sentence. I shall begin my sacred journey. Again and again, I shall extol the virtues of humility in an attempt to restore our unity and the Empire's glory. Perhaps you think me an arrogant man overstepping my place. I lead no armies and make no laws. Perhaps you think I am fatally ill. I'm not a madman. Am I out of my mind? Dearer than even those of the junkmen. My clothes are more tattered than even those of the infected. What I've done, mistake, is to see a different history and to hear different voices than the others. Traditions that drive us never to whitewash our pain, long buried deep underground, will again be unearthed. The cries that compel us never to attempt diminishing this cruelty, fallen silent, will again ring loud and clear. Time finally arrives. Our great nation's future will change for the better. All angers will be quelled, all sins will be forgiven, and all pain will be assuaged by the purity of patience. Sorry, I ain't that good, man. I got a drink. Northern Tundra Wilderness Ursus year something. Nick, run! Keep running. Don't look back. Just like the others. Get away. Can't run from this. If we make it out of this, nothing but death awaits us. Stop breathing so hard. You're going to breathe the snow in and choke. Indeed. He will choke on his blood. What? How'd you break free so fast? No way. It's possible. Clever one. It's not enough. The illusion you cast on me was rooted in your own experiences, to a certain extent. Your mistake was not realizing that putting us through the pain in your illusion is like trying to shift mountains with a feather. At the very least, this demonstrated your power. You have what is needed to become its replacement. Told you. I don't know a thing about you or your demonic power testing. I'm not interested. It's not an invitation. This is an ultimatum. Of course, you have been able to save them what, once, twice, 3 times before I tired of this. I tire of this charade now. Stay back, unless you want to take away my corpse. Your voice is no longer calm. You are beginning to doubt yourself. What is the price to use the goods for power when you are not one? I don't understand what you are getting at. Things that are price, and you are nearing your end. We're both going to die together at that end. Just us. So you did not hear them. Or perhaps you simply do not have the energy left to notice more. You did not hear the sounds of those footsteps on the snow. You are trying to save these people, even if it means sacrificing yourself to kill us. Yet you are unable to hear that they are only meaningless parasites. Never willing to stray too far from their homeland. They claim to be unwilling to turn their backs on their motherland and hold on to the meagerest glimmer of hope. They choose to run, is intentionally slow their steps, or even turn back to face their deaths. When leaving this place, they will become unable to confirm their own existence, even if this existence will bring them nothing but despair. Fortunately, your warning is meaningless. But just as you told them, do not look back. Got noise cancelled there, but anyway. I don't wish to bring us as our units, so his bodily functions are ruined. This would waste a lot of time. Even with your abilities, it's hardly a fair deal. Thus again, I recommend that you give up and come with me. Say it again too. I have no idea what a youth is. I have no interest in becoming one. Besides, even if I go with you, what about the infected? The ones you chased to a dead end. They're a destiny to walk. No. So you should speak your mind more clearly. Said no. I need to. Silence and tension all around. A complete sentence has yet to surface out of the aether. The snow continues to fall around them. The black entity has stopped marching forward. Before the next cluster of snow even touches the ground, a dark mist has already begun to spread. Hey. He suddenly loses the urge to continue forward. The other half of his cognition, stripped of reason, waits for the sight he saw earlier to reappear. Same trick won't work twice. But nothing. There is nothing. The inexplicable cause. Pitch black substance endlessly emanating from him. Thick dust accumulated from the mist. It's like there is black snow falling. What? What? Demon inside me has but a slight leak. You were able to use my power to shackle me. Just using the illusion, that filth trapped in your body to make you face yourself. No more meaningless struggles. You will die. Your own dominion. Sleep. Yes. Fine. Fine. Okay. Is that black monster still coming after us? We won't chase you anymore. Quick, get out of here. Let's out before he comes through. Don't you turn back again. You have to leave this place if you want to live. Musty Mouse, what's up? How you doing? Another cat? Another cat? It's gonna be a while. I don't expect her to show up in this chapter, honestly. What are you talking about? You won't chase us anymore? What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying you managed to convince that unreasonable lich? Enough. Go. Go. Oh, Creature told us before. Those who turn their backs on the motherland can scarcely be called human. We don't want that. We don't want to turn our backs on Asa. Sis, and you managed to get him to stop chasing us. You saved us. You accomplished the impossible. You still won't turn us your name. Just who are you? It's not important. Perhaps. Are you perhaps a Yurtsbo who vanished long ago? What? The Yurtsbo should be in the splendorous places of deity Grifferberg. The Sar side. You don't belong here, and this blessing received is a stolen one. In that case, it's only fair that we're punished for it. We must endure. We must persevere. We must be silent. We haven't been able to do any of that. Even so, you protected these sinful souls. In that case, you must be the Yurtsbo. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the kindness and compassion to offer the infected a helping hand, as equals. Yes, there's only one name you could bear. A name that you don't want us praising. A name shared by all Yurtsbos. Gabrielis. 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 It's the Yurtsbo. A Yurtsbo has returned! A Yurtsbo? Like the one in the tails? Is it the Yurtsbo that Mama said would love us, even if we had the stone disease? Even if it is not by our side? Yes, it's her. She has returned. She defeated the villains and saved us. That's something only the Yurtsbo could do. The Yurtsbo has saved us. Oh. It's a grim picture. Boisterous crowd and their hands all gush towards her. They keep pushing and pulling, like waves splashing upon a beach. All in an attempt to go so much as touch the corner of their idol's shirt, even if her attire is hardly any different from the tattered clothing they are wearing. Fully surrounded, she is no longer able to prop herself up or think, but her knees twitch and fall into the snow. She seems as though she's going to collapse, pass out right here and now. But she can't. Here, the Royal Guard is still here. And those executioners, to use her to kill even more people, are still here. She can't close her eyes. She can't give up just yet. That moment, she even seems to think that her tongue is once again working with her mouth to clearly enunciate her words. However, her body simply curls up quietly, gets smaller and smaller. She endures it until the pain subsides. Yurtsbo. He is not the Yurtsbo, yet there is a price to pay. And despite being the one mistaken for the Yurtsbo, she doesn't know what's the price she has to pay for this absurd charade. Sometimes, not knowing the price is itself the price. What's wrong? Oh, is that Mantra's backstory? Wonder. Okay. Leader's quiet voice suddenly echoes in all the Rhodes Islanders' minds. Everyone, stop. Feed, everyone. Stop immediately. It is demonically corrupted. Demonic corruption? Here? Only 1/3 of the Ursus away from Sami? How could this possibly? Doctor? Not be normal demonic corruption. Dominion. Central Far North Mining District. Ursus. Autumn 1101. Squad's last known coordinates should be around here. According to the timestamp of the signal sent back to the city, that sent out a message 10 days ago. The laboratory she mentioned is roughly 3 kilometers up ahead. Oh, you fixed the royal guard before? I'm looking. Based on the scale and shape of the corruption, very likely to be caused by Dominion. Fight against the royal guard probably took place here. Strange though. For such an intense battle, there might be traces of arts nearby. I understand you're worried, Doctor. But knowing Radiant, you would definitely have tried to leave tracks we could decipher. At the very least, this explains something happened here that called for the Royal Guard's involvement. Clearly that the Grand Duchess is hiding something from us. The squad might be in an extremely dangerous predicament. The squad might have been involved in whatever happened here. Correct. Whether they were going after Radiant or the laboratory, it seems we need to pick up the pace. How far are you through story? Already finished? There's no light to bear witness here. 3 blue boxes? Hey, really? So early then. Minor gorillas have less HP. What? Oh! Oh, don't tell me they're civilians! Oh no, come on! Don't tell me they're civilians! Welcome to my abyssals. Capture civilians is so good. I was right. No. Fucking civilians. I just have to see how they turn out, right?
ピクニックが始まりますよ。あら、狩りの時間?
What's up? Think Max is here?
これだけの頭数を揃えるのも一苦労なんだから、なるべく被害を避けるようにね。
常に前だけ向いていろ。私がいる。
この人たちをいっぺんに護送すればいいってわけね。構わないよ。
Here. We'll find a safe route to the research institute. Release him? Central Far North Mining District. Jesus. It's like my equipment's not working right. It can't detect the precise range of the contamination. I think this is the miner's accommodation. Here might be whoever's still around, really. So this is the amount of contamination we're talking about. Captain says there's no trace of any mental activity in the entire mine, human or animal. At least the contamination hasn't blocked the way to the institute. It's mostly headed south, actually. We can swing a detour around the north. It'll take us roughly 3 hours longer than the original plan. Time loss will be manageable.
I've been thinking this for a while now. The two work really well together. We've and Mantra have been working together for many years now.
You could say I'm Rhodes Island's most experienced operator when it comes to working with the captain. Takes a lot out of her to speak. Though if it's not an emergency, you get to be the one passing on the message. So, what do you think, Doctor? We set off now. We should make it before sunset. That the sun sets in the zone far north this time of year. Get our friend up to speed on our detour.
Hello. I'm far behind now. Aloysius.
Sorry. It's just inspecting the mine equipment. Nothing to do with our travels together. What's going on? Why did you stop for so long? According to the map, we're very close to the institute. Don't tell me you found some. Places of Dominion. The Royal Guard was here.
You don't seem shocked.
I hope you're not insinuating I'm hiding something. Gosposa Amia. Be very hurt.
I hope you share any pertinent information with us, at least while we are collaborating. What do you know about the whereabouts of the Royal Guard?
First of all, Tsar himself has the authority to know the comings and goings of the Royal Guard. Lady sergeants such as myself. Honestly speaking, after the illustrious Grand Duchess of the Far North declared martial law, she shut down the mines. Guards showing up would not be much of a shock.
If they're already conducting an investigation of their own here, where does that leave you?
Clever one, aren't you? The use of abnormal infected miners in central Far North has made waves, and many are curious. Naturally, while most Ursine have a right to curiosity, they do not have the same right to information. Please understand that, as a sergeant, I'm limited in what I'm allowed to say. I hope my explanation will not cause too much confusion. Gosposa Amia.
It's fine. I understand the position you are in.
Never minced words about how this job could improve the resume of an Imperial Guardswoman like me. I did imagine it being much easier. Anyhow, the dream is dead. God being involved is a bad omen. Look at it.
If that's the case, are you still set on traveling with us?
Of course. I chose to take on this task, and quitting halfway would hardly be the decent thing to do. Before we continue onwards, shall we reaffirm our trust in one another?
Look forward to our continued cooperation. Just like the time we met.
Holy shit, is that Arknights' main story? Hey bud, what's up, how you doing? Brisk, far north versus 3 days ago. Elysium, give us some direction. How long's it been since the last chapter? Months. Signals are laggy. It's like there's something interfering with our encrypted frequency. Whatever, not important. 10 guardsmen to your west. Turn right at the next crossing. What are you talking about? This is not now right. Did I say right? Yeah. Do you see the city hall? Go in the opposite direction. Time also. My mantra. Hey Brian, what's up? You're on the mantra? How you doing? Skipping mantra this time. Too many banners to roll, not enough gems. Do you see the city hall? Go in the opposite direction.
I see it. The crossing ahead is where the plates are disconnected.
What? There's nothing like that on this stupid map. Oh, you're practically surrounded by guards, so that's your only way out.
Got it. Can you keep up, Mamiya? I can.
Hold on tight, Doctor. Doing my best here.
Your best isn't good enough. Fine, I'll hold on to you instead.
Fine RL, can't say fine with my saving for the next limited. So I'm not really in the mood of reading Arknights in a while, so just read summary, skip. Yeah. I mean, reading Arknight's story always takes forever. It's a time commitment.
Huh. You're right, Doctor.
Good.
Glad you're doing well. Guess I can relax then. At the destination location, Elysium. Elysium?
Don't stop.
Okay. The line cut out. Terminal says Elysium's still moving. We don't have any way to re-establish communication. It's like short-range comms have been unstable ever since we entered Brisk. There's also no way of telling it if it's because of far north extreme weather, human interference.
Brest sends so many guards that detain inner-city merchants.
It is rather strange. There haven't been any issues with the ID cards Closure forged for us.
They're watching us for different reasons. Putting that aside. Strange that it's so fortified.
This isn't anything like the intelligence we had. If this goes on, we won't make it into the mining district. Doctor, shouldn't we rendezvous with Mantra's team and discuss?
Doctor, finally got to you. Keep moving. There are guards heading your way. Think I figured that out.
Thanks. Fast. Get behind me, Amiya. Engage!
Alright, interloping scum. What's up? Let's take a deep breath here. Trespass in the industrial zone and attempted to infiltrate a private factory, violating Brusque's migration regulations and Ursine urban public security measures.
Can I ask you to reconfirm, sir? When we entered the city, I never heard anything about a prohibition on foreigners entering the industrial zone.
It's a new regulation. Went into effect just after you reached Brusque. Oh, that's bullshit. You will be detained under the law. Then public security will decide if you are to be deported or exiled, considering your circumstances.
If we inadvertently violate a Brusque regulation, I deeply apologize. We're just here to look for an intercity merchant. It will state it clearly in the itinerary declaration we submitted upon entry to the city.
Save it for public security. Maybe a way for both of us to save time here. I believe Brusque, Pearl of the Far North, treats its guests well. I'm sure the Grand Duchess is as kind as the rumors say. Enough of that. I don't give a damn. I'm just doing my job.
Sir,
This way.
sir, I can't delay any longer. Sorry.
See Amiya shipped her body. They're viciously protecting you. The word. Also observes your surroundings. Give her a way out. You guys read? Yeah, I only read on stream, so yeah. That's why I don't read event story because I never get around to it. You don't know how things work around here. Get them. What are you standing around for? Get in there already. Can't even handle a little feline girl? Sir, look behind them. That looks like... Get it out already. The Imperial Guard. Yarunda! Those pretentious bastards should be in Grifferberg. What they be doing in Brask? Those clothes. Terribly sorry, sir. I'm afraid she is right this time. Aloysius Gorchkova, Sergeant of the Imperial Guard, Vanguard Battalion, here from Deity Grifferberg. What are you playing at? I have a simple request for you. Overlook this little breach of protocol. It's our pitiful guests. Them? Fortunately, they are indeed my friends. Since you are now aware of my history with them, surely you do me this favor. Yes. From Grifferberg, why should I care about that? Because I stopped by public security and filled out all the paperwork? The young nemesis waves some papers in her hand. In the dusky gloom of polar night, you can clearly see what is written on them. If I were you, though, I wouldn't play around with my future like that. There are many lost travelers, but rarely a chance to curry favor with the Imperial Guard. Ah, yes. See your name, service number. Sergeant Gorchakova. Report all this to public security. You may go. May authority be as eternally glorious as Tsar himself. Thank you for your kind words, sir. But none as eternal a glory as His Imperial Majesty. The rest of us will have to leave the stage when the time comes. Be off with our guests now.
Thank you for helping us get out of that sticky situation, man. Well, why exactly did you...
They're still close by. So my cute little quarters, you may call me Aloysius. It's too formal, guardswoman or girl is too crude. I believe names are what's best for our current relationship. Thank you for your help, Aloysius. I most likely thought you were ordinary traders. Easy to shake down for a quick chevronnets or two. Same way they treat Colombian sightseers. Probably bribe? I don't know what that means, but I assume it's a bribe. But you're hardly tourists or traders now, are you? Why are you helping us? Good, good. I appreciate candor. I'll answer your questions, but not here. Once you have gathered your friends, you can go somewhere far from prying eyes and ears. We don't have much time. Be wasting your time. It's all in service of your goal.
It's here?
An abandoned apartment. As far as I know, the guards don't care for these nigh empty old districts. An empty plate may sound wasteful, it's true. No matter how the deity Grifferberg Times tries to cover it up. It's a widely known fact that the population of the far northern cities has been dwindling these past few years. As time goes by, this place becomes deserted, and the plate we discarded has to rust in the wilderness like all the abandoned plates.
Yes. I don't know exactly why you came looking for us.
Ideally. But I ask everyone to brighten up a little, please. There are one of you, only one of me. What could I possibly pose to people of your caliber? I asked the video lady standing outside the door to tell your friends that I'm not lying. Captain says there's nobody else here. The district is safe. Choosing this place to talk must... So you also need to be covert. I hoped the Imperial Guard will at least treat us to dinner. A friend of mine used to live here. He had hoped to achieve her dream of completing a saga for the Osan people. He was defeated by the frigid cold. He is doing very well in Grifferberg, should add. Thanks to her, we have this place to shelter both from the cold wind and from people snooping around. I'm sure I'm not the only one here who wants to stay out of trouble. Firstly, since I've already introduced myself, I have the pleasure of knowing your names.
Come from Victoria.
Still insisting that you went to the industrial zone to meet with an intercity merchant. A widow who goes by the name of Olga. Very reliable cover story, one that will fool a vast majority of the city's port officials. But no matter how they You put it, it is rare for a commercial party in a nomadic city to be using military-grade encrypted communications.
You're intercepting our communications.
No, I would never do something so crude. It may have been the Aurora, but recently upgraded defense equipment. You truly are unlucky, coming to Brest during the most interesting times it has ever seen. Being honest on my part, if you still have things you wish to keep hidden, I'm afraid we have to break things off here. Silent. See? Honesty isn't so painful, is it? Rhodes Island. I've heard this name mentioned many times while investigating infected ruins all across the island. Based on what I have pieced together, like these tales, you want all the stuff of legends. But true they are. The most recent instance I have encountered your name was in that paper you published about aberrant changes to the infected. It struck me as a colleague in the field. Never thought you'd be interested in these studies. Pardon me for letting you down. Every newly minted Grifferberg noble is an uninitiated lout. There is not a nation in this land that can overlook the infected question. Policies in answering it may differ. Anyone with a modicum of common sense would know just how important this scientific achievement of yours is. There is one thing I am curious about. Despite this groundbreaking discovery, Rhodes Island has kept a low profile. Instead of using it to do more business. Is that why you came to find us? Oh, that can be easily explained. I think anyone who goes into the far north central mining district right now is doing it for the same reason.
You mean you also want it?
Do you not?
We need to get in.
Fair enough. You don't have a way to get into the mining district. As it turns out, I have need of some neuropathy specialists. Perfect recipe for cooperation. So you want us to go into the district with you? Of course. The authorities here will not look kindly on some Grifferberg sticking goes into father. Capture card died for a second there. We're good. On some Grifferberg sticking her nose into far northern affairs, after all. As things are, your cover as merchants will do you no good. Help me. But let's forget all the masks and red tape. And shake hands right here. That's one solution to all our problems.
What is it you want to do in the district? What do you need from us?
Was I not clear? I'm hoping Rhodes Island will accompany me to the mining district to collaborate on an investigation into the affected affair.
Affected affair? What exactly are you referring to?
My dear, sweet, naive little Cortus. Patience has its limits, you know. There is no time to be playing dumb.
That's a serious question. We lost contact with one of our mobile medical teams in the far north central mining district. We need to find them. I really have no idea what this infected affair is. But I hope you will elaborate.
You went into the district just for... So you really don't know? It's impossible. To my knowledge, you've built so many more medical posts all across Ursus in the past few years. Simple doubt replaces the suspicion on the young woman's face, before finally shifting to a sudden realization. She understands how her assumptions may have led her astray. Just said, mobile medical team. But fixed officers means no steady access to a network of contacts with the latest intelligence. You don't know what issues Rhodes Island is currently facing. It seems the information you have is limited. Because this is Ursus, you have been unable to do much. Because of your lack of information. You have been blindly running into walls this whole time. Haven't you? Exclamation. It's too impatient. Does that have to do with Brest's current state of affairs? Forget it. Forget I said anything. The favor before was free of charge. No need to thank me.
The very fact that you came looking for us means there is the possibility we can work together on this. Would you not tell us exactly what happened in the mining district?
Really? I really should have thought things through more before making a choice. I was thinking you were racking your brains on how to enter the district upon hearing the news. You should know that this information is worth quite a lot on the black market. That kind of organization. But that doesn't matter right now. We have a natural reason to be invested in anything to do with the infected. That's why he came looking for us, isn't it? Please, tell us. Fine, fine. Since I'm already here, I might as well do something, even if it is just for some infected. The infected are Ursine citizens too. You are correct, Ursula Cortes. The infected are indeed Ursines, and it's before we mention those miners that the Tsar personally promised life, not survival. The miners are the backbone of Ursus, keeping its war machines running. A fact that those corrupt old nobles and their puppets haven't realized yet. But even they must know that Ursus must change. What am I even babbling about? Good thing those sharp-tongued, poison-spitting colleagues of mine aren't here, or they would laugh me into my grave. I cannot feel ashamed for this. Spoken words are like spilled cyst milk. Very solid in this weather. So what is this infected affair? Sounds like it has to do with the infected miners. Listen, if you dare leak any of this, you have my word that no matter what you have to say, I will not disclose it. There is no benefit to making an enemy out of Ursus. I care that well. Give me a moment to figure out where to start. You know, of course, Brusque borders the far north central mining district. It's also the largest nomadic city in the north of Ursus. This means the city administrates a total of 30,000 square kilometers of mines scattered across the far north, alongside 200,000 infected. Issues arise in this sort of a system. Please don't look at me like that. Sorry, I knew this sort of talk would anger you. But the Tsar does not wish for these infected miners to be treated as cheap labor. On the contrary, his decrees have shown a lot of care for the people of Brusque. Things have been going rather smoothly in the city these past few years, until 3 months ago. This is where your company's area of expertise comes in, with that paper. 3 months ago, large numbers of abnormal infected were discovered in the central mining district. Their symptoms were very similar to the ones described in your paper. 3 months ago? Isn't that... I mean, that's the reason why Brusque is under martial law. How many abnormal infected are there in the district? That's the question. Right now, nobody knows just how many normal infected there are left in the central mining district. This is referring to the infected that have been changed. The latest news in the CN server this April has newest Ursus side story.
ひとしずくの血だって言葉を語るんだから。
Since this April is side story, 7th anniversary is definitely going to be chapter 17. Okay. It's good to know, yeah. Ooh. I don't really keep up to date with CN news all too much, so I'll just wait for it as it comes.
ここっていい景色。リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。
Please stop killing my civs.
足元を見ています。
No, they die. They die. What's going on? Is there anything I could have done about it?
Ina, 気分がいいな。
どうすればいいかくらいわかるわ。私に命令しないで。どうすればいいかくらいわかるわ。私に命令しないで。
取るに足らん処刑だ。立ち会う。骨は海縁に拾ってもらえ。取るに足らん処刑だ。
本気で行くよ。進め。
すぐに解決いたしますわ。ご命令の通り逃げる前に私の許可は取ったのです。
本気で行くよ。
That's like the goat. What happens when they die? I haven't noticed what happens when they die. Oh, a second thought, maybe that's the best thing to yell out. He's just trying to keep them alive. I don't know what's happening. I'm not paying attention to what happens when they die. They just die, nothing happens. Oh, well, that's fine then. Am I supposed to get a bonus if they don't die? Yeah.
影すら捕らえさせない。
果てない声の重なりで生まれるシンフォニー。モンスター
接敵した。行け。
リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。わあ、見ちゃうところだった。こういう時のザクロちゃんの艶はたまらないよね。
You see that family? Stage, I guess.
悪くなかったね。この瞬間は記憶に収めておくよ。
Let me read about those miners. Allied unit recovers HP when within any medic operator's attack range. They just do damage? I see they attack shit. That's it? Okay, I mean, cool. Seek a path that can be seen even in darkness. Hidden tunnel, heavily polluted facility, and rock wall. Toggle standby deployed statuses of miner guerrillas. They're assembled there. Creates toxic pollution around it that prevents deployment and makes enemies invisible. Units cannot be deployed on this tile. Oh. Can I change skills? I cannot. Strange pollution cover this place. Invisible enemies hidden within. Can't act when I can't see what's going on inside. Operators cannot be deployed within. It'd be nice to have someone who's familiar with the environment. How do I do that? Oh, we need a miner. Oh. Oh, so that's what it is. Okay, are you rescue? Strange pollution is still spreading. You know the area and can help you deal with it. The problem is those heavily polluted facilities. Destroy them to clear the pollution. Typically operate out of hidden tunnels. Come to us if you need help. We need help!
サポートは任せるわ。ゴミのように惨めに果てろ。
Miners automatically attack enemies. Some enemies may be attacked by multiple miners. Stations of the environment mean that the battle is likely to grind to a stalemate. Operators can heal miners in range, though with lesser effect.
ゴミのように
Can be
惨めに
healed!
果てろ。
Summon more
時間は
miners!
待ってくれませんよ。
Yo, what? That's cool! Alright, we get miners for
ま
free!
だ考えてる。射撃開始。
Just gotta summon them! Oh, my miners! That's miners with an ER, okay? That's very important.
Come to help. It doesn't look like there's any good places.
We can clean up the rock walls.
Thank you for your help. Let's do this together.
Okay.
凍りつけ私の血のごとく地獄の豪華いつでも行けるぜ
害虫だ。
そこに並びやがれターゲットロックオンもっと声を上げろ Mission accomplished
He
全ては
remembers
秩
Ifrit
序にのっと
exists.
るべきだ。摂理に反することなど誰にも許されない。
I think it's an issue with just Ifrit design, right? Ifrit's too strong. If they make it easy for you to use Ifrit, she just kind of wrecks stages. You can heal them. Yeah, I noticed. Life is a bug that you keep sinking deeper and deeper into until it swallows you. Tunnel, head police facility, rock wall. Greatly increased deployment time. So that's the rock wall. Okay. That's the minor facility. The tunnel. One blue box. Okay. I mean, this is probably fine. We'll just go with this. New Rhodes Island.
Any clues on the sarcophagus? The latest activity we know of involving the sarcophagus came after the Shanomog Lungman incident. The Palestine government retrieved the entire system. As for what they actually plan to do with it, they've been keeping it under tighter wraps than ever. There's nothing more about it in Calcit's records.
It's not like we can directly ask the Palestine government. Okay, well, my voice is back. Let me just close off this thing and open it again. Audio just died for a second. There we go.
Any other way of finding its location? Look at the official register made after the Shutterbug Research Institute was destroyed. There were no survivors other than Sergei. We did manage to find some clues when looking into what happened to him afterwards. We established the new institute to continue researching the sarcophagus. In the short period of time that the institute was operating, the name really stood out to us. Tom Tade.
I can't pronounce any of these names.
He was vice director at Sergei's institute, but he's a complete ghost, with no verifiable academic or political background to speak of. He may be able to make a rational deduction.
This man had a special connection to Sergei. No matter what his connection may be, it might be the key to our breakthrough. So we need to find this. Sure. Things get a little more complicated from here on out. It's proven to be very hard to track ever since Sergei's institute shut down. According to Kalsid's intelligence, he died of heart failure in the Griffinberg Imperial Sanatorium last winter. He maintained a good relationship with Ursus to his lost. But you can look into the people who knew him. Great idea. That's what I was thinking too. There's another researcher who had a connection to Artyom. Tania Markovna Benedova. More detail on her background. For the sarcophagus incident, she had briefly served as Ilya's assistant at the Chernobog Research Institute. She crossed paths with Kelsey. Recent intelligence indicates that she is currently in the Urstein Far North, working at the Central Mining District Laboratory, administered by the city of Bresk. That's where Artyom's final letters were sent. Doesn't sound like a particularly reliable clue. It's the only clue we've got. We should go to the research institute to find her. To remind you, Doctor. The time to bring Kelsey back. We must thoroughly evaluate the risks of every mission. Dalek cannot bear any more losses. Okay. Ian? Versus has always been a dangerous place. We have very limited intelligence for this mission. And there are many important decisions the Doctor and Amion must make. Rhode Island is being rebuilt. Radiant I can. A capable young woman now. That's exactly why you need to stay here and handle our most important tasks. The latest news from Laterano is also worrying. The Doctor will need to see it to it personally. Rhode Island to steady its footing in our new home is our top priority. For just an infiltration mission, the Mystery's team would be the best choice. But information gathering is my team's specialty. Besides, there's no one better to send back to us than me, instead. Make some real compelling arguments, Radiant. It's your decision, Doctor. Stay safe, Radiant. Alan cannot lose anyone else. Act with caution as a mobile medical team. The rest of you take care of yourselves. Okay? Of course. I hope that all of you come home safe. They'll meditate and share in his pain. One man's pain is everyone's pain. One man's sin is everyone's sin. Sinners repent with all their heart, their sins be forgiven, and their souls find salvation. Central Far North Mining District. This is 5 days ago. Oh. Lushka. Don't be scared. Let's tell Rudkin. He's chased away the patrol units chasing us. We're safe for now. Yes, for now. Here we go. Where must we go to find shelter? Lushka, are you hungry? I'll go ask Holly for another piece of bread. I'm fine. You're such a sweet child. Yeah. Go see Rankin. He has done so much. His spirit must be nearly worn away. Go see him. Do not let him be burdened any more than he really already is. Tell me. Twilight sky, the young man's stern countenance eases. The cold soon cools the warm blood, staining his pickaxe. The enemy before him is completely routed. Don't kill me! You don't have to do anything to me. I surrendered! We haven't accepted that surrender. Tell me, How many of these squads are pursuing us? Patrol units independent. Talk to each other. Tell me something I don't know, or I have no reason to let you live. Don't. Listen to me. The chips you have in you. Diagnostic chips. Chips? You mean the ones used to check how infected we are? Ranking the noble, ranking the hero. You really so naive. These chips send your coordinates to the mines. My audio died again. Well, it's back, but the camera's dead. See if I can get it working. Cool. Random DCs be like random DCs. Ships send your coordinates to the mines research facility nearby guardposts. Then maybe you try to leave the mining district till the chip leaves your body. Single leg will be lucky. We see both definitely possible. You won't be running anywhere like that. Give up already, Rankin. Think you can leave this mine by killing a patrol unit? Nowhere to go. This will chase you forever. Surrender. The only way you won't die a miserable death. Don't listen to him, Rankin. If the ships really did blow up, we'd have a bunch of three-legged bird beasts walking around. Patrol units are worse than the bastards. It's one of them is like an aphid in winter. I had to know him before I became infected. Done enough today, Rankin. Leave this one to me. No! Stop killing people! I don't need to. Nobody's actually hurt. No. Go. Get back, Fudgy. What's the point in showing a man like him mercy? It was these bastards that killed Paulina because she was caring for an unregistered child. She was pregnant when they hanged her. Forgotten all the terrible things they've done? Thank you. Remember you. You are the meekest of all the children. You are the happy ending, even if the rest of these scum. What the hell? At least I didn't let him bleed out slowly in the snow. Stand up, Patochki. Go to the back and find the doctor for me. Go get Nikto. Tell him to gather everyone who wants to leave the mining district, South Dormitory. Get them ready. We need these chips out of us. You believe what that guy said? Doesn't matter. We need the chips out of our bodies. Even if they don't explode, they definitely transmit our location. The patrol units already found us once. We don't know when the next squad will show up. This keeps on. Be on the back foot the entire time. Get it done.
No. Promise me.
I'm still here. I didn't promise you anything, Totsuki. Besides, if the rest of the bastards in these units are dead, why should he be any exception? Because of his arrogance? Because of his ridicule? Never mind. You won't understand. Forget what I just said. Take this.
Is it?
Stopwatch. Found it in the institute. It'll still work. When you get a minute, I'll teach you how to use it. From now on, you won't need to live your life counting meaningless numbers, worrying about a miscount, leaving people dead in the mines. At least now. Go over to Chiki. We find it.
Still, yeah, not. It's baking.
Shh. Go do what you have to do.
Please, let me. Say that you're so can be saved.
Even though you've seen how those men treat us, and seen how I killed them,
Yes.
do not be so quick to bless others, to forgive them, or trust you, included. Go already. We don't have time.
Last Bodin.
Your sposa, Serafina. We have not known each other for long. I want to believe that, since your medical team was willing to come to such a remote place to treat the infected, you are people I can trust. I'm sorry that I now have no choice but to ask for your help.
Please, go ahead. As long as it's something I can help with.
I just learned that inside every miner, there's a tracking chip that could explode at any moment. We need a way to extract them so we can escape to the patrol units. I'm prepared to serve as a test subject myself. If it is successful, please perform the surgery on the others. If it does unfortunately explode, you'll be able to give me first aid. If I die, I ask you to tell everyone waiting for me about this. I must ask you to leave.
We do an examination first.
Go ahead.
Regret to inform you, these chips really could explode. They contain miniaturized, high-powered iridium bombs. If the chip does not receive electrical signals from the local district relay of the human body, it will trigger an explosion. If you hope to get everyone out of the district, you must remove the chips.
Amazing. Is this your artwork?
Of course. I may be able to temporarily copy the signal to fool the receiver, but I must warn you, it still carries a great deal of risk.
We can't afford to wait for a perfect solution. Your idea is good enough.
Moment then.
Radiant starts using her arts, causing beams of energy to resonate at the same frequency as the chip's receiver. Riken nods and sits down, grasping the hilt of his dagger. It is cold, smooth, and solid, as he rubs it against the calluses of his palm. Best back away from me a bit, Doctor.
That won't be happening. This is the first time I've tried it, so I need to observe it in real time. I can guide your hand using nerve impulses. Take care not to detonate the chip.
Incredible. It's a shame we didn't meet sooner.
We'll still have the chance to chat after this.
He wipes his dagger with some alcohol, pointing its blade at the scar on his leg before plunging it into his flesh. The miner really leaped up, forgetting the cut in his leg, seeing blood.
Calm down. Your wound needs redressing.
Ah, of course. Thank you, Doctor. You saved my life. You're truly amazing. I've never seen a physician as skilled as you. You remind me of the assigned soldier.
What do you mean by that?
Sorry, please do not misunderstand me. It's the highest praise I could think of. Being true assigned soldiers, those patrol unit brutes, the ones who drove off the inviting knights to Mora and freed us from the tyrannical hippogriffs. They were true heroes. Yes, have you read Igor Velikiy's biography?
We should prepare for surgery on the others. How many will we need to operate on?
I'm afraid it's a number that will leave you and your colleagues running ragged.
Decoy electrical signal can cover the entirety of this area. My colleagues can coordinate the surgeries. That being the case, I reckon we will need to stay here for some time.
Time is something we are short on. Have the medical team prioritize the elderly and the children, and teach the others to perform the surgery. And out some scalpels, if people are not squeamish.
I would appreciate it if you did not make medical decisions for me.
No, Doctor. I did not mean to order you around. It is the duty of leading everyone out of this mining district is mine, to make decisions accordingly. Patrol units who can show up at any time, extreme weather, supplies, things that will prove fatal. I hope we can reach an agreement on this.
matter what happens, you need to be aware of infection. My team will oversee the sterilization procedures.
Let's begin. First, and discuss the future. Plan to evolve. Your limit. You're eating smoked sausages back in Grifferberg. You never wonder how they were made. Ever went to see the slaughterhouses in the satellite cities? You know, rotten hell, Rankin. Look at that! Followed a bunch of snow. Still can't get the smell of blood out of my nose. Next time I have the chance, I'm dumping fresh bird and beast blood into your soup. Fresh bird and beast blood is expensive. A bug costs more than 100 Travonsky. You can't afford that. It was a metaphor, damn it. I used to be a gourmet chef, Holy. My son transported that sort of thing when he was a truck driver. Griffenberg nobles believed the blood of the young bird beasts would make them beautiful. He told me a lot of things about the city in his letters. The last one I received was 7 years ago. Hope he's still alright. I'll have to ask you to make sure Nikto doesn't mess with my dinner. Make sure nobody is messing with anyone's dinner. This won't end up being our last meal. I'll be cursing you to the grave, Rankin. Whatever you say. I'm in good spirits today. It's been so long since I've felt this sort of freedom. Finally broken our shackles. We're free now. What to do? We want to go. We want to live our lives. We decide for ourselves now. Just save the poetry recital for when you're actually safe. So, what now? The plan hasn't changed. We head south to the border with Kazmir's. Find the village founded by the infected. One that belongs only to the infected. There'll be space for all of us there. We're just blindly believing this reunion without knowing if they're the real deal. But we should believe. A few years back when I was stationed at the border, I knew a lot about them. Information I could trust. I provided shelter for the infected, gave out medicine for free, fended off many patrol units who wanted to push around people like us. I believe we will find people who share our ideals there. That just makes me think it's some infected delusion. Or the army is spinning up an excuse for a bigger share of taxes. Makes me wonder why it took until now for a banner like this to be flown. If we find out they do not exist, then it should be us who raise the flag. Here I thought your time on the border would have taught you better. Imagine for a moment, you had saved that count back then instead of that infected. You could be a lieutenant right now. Even a captain. Patrol units like the one we ran into today will be licking your boots with a wave of your finger. I should be even more grateful for the choice I made that day. Otherwise, I would have not have had the chance to see this nation's true face. My life's greatest calling is. People have been duped and deceived for far too long. They believe their current lives are what they deserve, or getting what they should really have. It's not the only conflict between the infected, but be a conflict between the infected and ordinary folk. If one day all the infected nurses died, use some other standard to decide who to cast into the mines. Later some have everything handed to them, while others must struggle for survival. Who do the fruits of the bitter fall go to?
Who actually gets to say what people deserve?
This land is the way things should be. Even if there were another terror, even if civilization started over from scratch, things might not turn out any different from now. I believe that. Open your eyes and actually looked at everything around us. Do not feel anger. When you feel such an instinctual rage, it means everything is wrong. You should know that, based on what you've been through, Victor. Don't bring up that crap. It's ancient history. Fine, even if it is as you say. How far are we from the border? What things will we run into on the way here? The plan. Why do you think I asked you to gather up those chips? Ooh, we're gonna use them as bombs? blow up when we took them out at us, like other ships, which means they still work as positioning devices. Ah, bait! These things have brought us so much suffering. Use them to our advantage against the patrol unit. That's not what we agreed on when we decided to escape. You know our condition, Rankin. How many of us can even move right now? Maybe half? Might be able to beat 1 or 2 patrol units. Hold off all the verses. I think causing more bloodshed would do is to trap us here even further. If we want to live, taking this step is only a matter of time. The patrol unit lackey we kill is another spare ventilator on our hands. Any supplies we see can be used to leave the ice fields. Children like Batochki to live to see another day. Forgotten what gave us the opportunity to leave this place? If that thing can't be called human, we were the ones that killed it. What was you talking about? You've become completely unreasonable before we've even left the mining district. A fight over this, Nikto.
Still? Victor, here too.
Is it?
Nothing. I just came to see if you had eaten yet.
Yeah, let me ask this guy. His stomach's already full of his grand ideals. You're not really wrong. Should focus on our physician friends. They did all the hard work today.
I just went to see them. Yeah, about to rest.
Good. You worked hard too. What's the wound? Is it hurt?
I'm okay. It's okay.
Lena, Ron's been very brave. Go rest. Eat your fill. Sleep tonight.
Don't have much food. Portions are very big. Take care of yourself too, Wichita.
Dolchki really trusts you, Rankin. Always calling you Ichito. You're her teacher. Trusts you. Been waiting for you to get them out of here. Why every word I tell her is what I know to be true in my heart. It's sustained. That's when I lead everyone. Take the path I believe to be right. I hope you are. The little Nico. Today is the day of our first victory. Good omen. It looks so anxious. Someone wakes into the truth and decides to set off on a journey. It is the grandest of beginnings. Quoting from Igor's biography again. Those are my own words. Trust me, Victor. We're doing great things right now.
Surgeries are complete, Captain. Some of the patients are developing fevers, and we're limited in what we can do. Got it. I'll go have a word with their leader after this. Do my best to ensure that they're provided with food and water. We worked hard today. Get some rest. Taking care of yourselves is important too. Captain, we still need to. The far north is under martial law. The weather is affecting our ability to communicate too. It's difficult for us to connect to the outside. Here will surely draw the attention of the Osine authorities. We need to leave ASAP. We can't stay here. Do we really need to work with them? I'm worried that if we do, we join into a conflict with Ursus. The island has no reason to make an enemy of the Empire. Now, right here, right now. These are just people struggling to survive. Changing the lives of the infected has always been our mission. Besides, they've always helped us out. They've also helped us out a lot. Don't worry for now. Just do your best to prepare for the unexpected. Keep trying to get contact with our base in the city. I think I received the information we sent earlier. Hope they will notice the clues we left behind when they came to help us. Risk far north versus 3 days ago. First times, get your copy here. You want one, Devishko? Sure. How much? 20 power. Is that okay? That's fine. But I don't have any spare change on me. Here, take this. Thank you, Devishka. You're amazing. Peter carefully places an entire chevronets in the boy's palm. It quickly disappears around the street corner, as if frightened his benefactor might regret her decision and take it back. The boy's clothes looked very thin. It's colder than the Ursus I remember.
It was winter last time we were in Ursus.
It's further north than the Schönenberg. Still remember. It was the first time I saw such intense fighting. I was so nervous I forgot to be scared. At the time I thought I would never see anything so dangerous again.
Been through a lot since then.
At least now there's no catastrophe or people chasing us.
At least now I know who I really am.
Topic, Doctor. It's rather rare for us to have the chance to quietly watch the city like this, isn't it? Schönenberg, did you? Before you go, memories seem to be filled with chaos and the fires of war. You should remember what the city is like now.
Check today's fate book. Does it say why the mines have been blocked off?
I'd only be able to learn more once Aloysius has finished negotiating with the Grand Duchess. She said she would help us apply for a permanent to enter the mining district. How will she actually go about doing that?
She made sure we knew how limited our info is. She wants us on the back foot.
The Grand Duchess's office is right ahead. From the intelligence we gathered beforehand, name is Elizaveta Konstantinova Koskavia. She's not the typical Ursine noble. Her policies are for being kind, infected and non-infected alike. Every channel of information we've checked describes her as a good person.
Like that deserves more than just kindness. Grand Duchess must also be a bright woman. Her office is rather humble looking. This looks like a regular home.
The buildings in Brest are relatively short and regular. It must be the style here in the far north. Looking at the map, all the surrounding buildings seem to be enveloped, with a unique location in terms of urban planning.
So, here we go again. Not even letting us wait inside this time. Not the young lady. Local leader with quite the reputation.
You worried, Doctor? Honestly speaking, so am I. Even if Aloysius has made her thoughts on the matter clear, we still do not know her true goal.
Doesn't this all feel rather familiar?
Oh, you mean like in Lungman? Jen really is no nonsense, isn't she?
Do you mean hard to work with?
Let's go with strict. Jen treats others the same way she treats herself. That's how it was back then. How it is now. We got news from her before we left home. Well, she didn't go into detail on her movements. She was sound about. She heard about what happened. She promised that if Rhodala needed her, she would return.
Made a lot of friends. A lot have left us too.
Still remember when we were working with Chen? I actually represented Rhodala and negotiated with Chief Wei, Dr. Kelsey. Doctor, I'm worried that I won't be able to solve problems, get people to work with us, like she said. But we know practically nothing about Ursine's current circumstances, or the Grand Duchess. Doctor,
We don't need to know what make us good.
Be yourself, Amia.
Which of you is Doctor? Silent.
The Imperial Highness, the Grand Duchess invites you to meet with her.
Shit. So long. I'm only up to 16.3. Okay, that is all polluted.
本気で行くよ。
聞いてるけど
Oh, my miners! I need help.
時間は待ってくれませんわ。
あまり待たせないで足元を見てみなさい。
うわあ、みんなこっち来て。
That doesn't even cost SP to use, man.
どうすればいいかくらい足元を見てみなさい。
Yeah, man.
マグマは振り返ることなく前へ。本気で行くよ。念のためもう一回聞くけど、美しき人の世と地獄のパノラマビューはどっちにしたいんだっけ？ゴスペルロックンロール。
どうすればいいかくらいわかるわ。私に命令しないで。
責任は取ってもらうよ。いや、食べきれなかった分はちゃんと持って帰れってことさ。わあ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。わあ、寝ちゃうところだった。
Oh, miners!
ドクター、すぐにご決断を。せかさないとまだ抵抗するの？人形がかりそめの命を宿す。よかった。
Friends, new friends. Let's start by saying hi. Continue today a little bit. A little poop. Well, we're gonna continue playing on. But I think we're gonna call it for today. Bit short today. Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted. Reading is always exhausting. Glad Minecraft Steve can block the unblockable units. What a rage quit. Yeah. It's nice. The miners, the civilians this time are really nice. They're actually a gimmick that helps us. See how that turns on against us later on. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna call it there for today. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks, Ipan. Anyone else happens to be here watching afterwards. We'll be back on Thursday. Definitely want to get through this chapter while we can. We do some gacha for fun. Might as well. It's already finished anyway, but I didn't actually grind much. I just left it on AFK grind. And it worked. Look how much I have. Oh wow! God bless it, Shane. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for today. Thanks for joining, guys.